Summary of Learning by Konstantinos Tsakounis. The circulate teaching technique is an important classroom practice as it can be used to assist with the learning of students within the teaching environment. It can also be used to effectively manage and maintain positive behavior within the classroom. According to Lemov, the circulate technique involves the teacher moving effectively around the classroom during the entire lesson. Whilst there are a variety of important elements that contribute towards the effective use of the circulate technique, one major fact that is constantly discussed is in relation to the importance of proximity. The reason why proximity has a high level of importance is because if teachers are unable to get close enough to particular students who are having difficulties with learning a specific topic, it can become difficult for the teacher to convey a particular message. According to study conducted by Yale University, proximity can also be useful in assisting with eradicating or controlling behavior-relating problems. In addition, if a teacher knows from past experience that a particular group of students are likely to disrupt class, standing or sitting close to them when conducting an activity can reduce a considerable amount of undesirable behavior. Whilst some teachers possess the belief that proximity can work by itself, this is not the case, despite the fact that the majority of teachers have the ability to identify behavior-related issues and act against trouble. They are not always confident in understanding how to maximize the benefits of proximity. Apart from proximity, there are another 5 key elements to be aware of for the circulate technique to be effective. These include breaking the plane, having full access, engaging when you circulate, moving systematically, and being in a position of power. As mentioned above, one important element of this circulate technique is breaking the plane. According to Lemov, in a teaching environment, in this case the classroom, the plane refers to the imaginary line that runs the length of the room, parallel to and about 5 feet in front of the board, usually about where the first student desk stayed. A lot of teachers are cautious or slow to break the plane and move past the imaginary line and out amongst the student's desk. Based on information provided by Lemov, it's important, however, to try and break the plane within 5 minutes of every class. As a teacher, it must be made clear to the students that you are in control of the room. Through breaking the plane, it is the teacher's responsibility to make sure that it is normal to go anywhere in the classroom at any given time. It is important to have confidence and assert control with the first 5 minutes in order to attempt to avoid behavior-related issues from forcing you to do so. The reason for this is because if the teacher is unable to break the plane before behavior issues arise, it shows that the students are in more control than the teacher. If this were to occur, it would be much harder to control the class and may have negative impacts on some students as it could potentially disrupt their learning. Apart from having to break the plane, another important part of the circulate technique is requiring full access. From a teaching perspective, in order for the technique to be effective, a teacher must have access to the entire classroom. As a teacher, you must be able to simply stand next to any student in the classroom at any given time and be able to reach any area in the room easily without disrupting your teaching. The reason for this is because certain disruptions may have a negative impact on a student's learning. Such events can potentially lead to situations in which a particular student may not completely comprehend the information that is being presented in class by the teacher. In addition, one other very significant element is being in a position of power. As a teacher circulates around the classroom, one of the most important goals involves facing as much of the class as possible. Following such a goal enables the teacher to see what is occurring in a classroom environment quickly and easily. Through being in a good position of power, a teacher can quickly see what one student is doing and then switch to another without negatively impacting upon the lesson. On the other hand, if a teacher does not ensure that they are facing the class as much as possible and instead turns their back, this can potentially lead to negative behavior from students. For example, if a teacher's back is facing the students, the teacher may not even be aware of the type of negative behavior that is occurring or that is even occurring in the first place. Thus, as a result, this leaves the teacher with having to decide which side of the students to send to while circulating. In addition, the use of student blind spots enables the teacher to gain an advantageous position if used properly. Apart from the variety of significant elements mentioned above, the process of moving systematically is another important aspect whilst circulating. As a teacher, it is very important to look for opportunities to move systematically. The reason for this is that it assists the teacher in developing a good classroom environment where students know that you might be standing next to them at any given moment, and this makes them responsible for their own learning instead of wasting valuable class time. From a pedagogical perspective, whilst it is the teacher's role to assume full responsibility for what is being taught and how it is learned, it can be very difficult for students to learn if they are not responsible for their own learning to a significant extent. For example, if a student appears disinterested in what is being taught and disrupts the class through mischievous behavior, they are less likely to learn what is being taught by the teacher. Despite this, however, it is important for teachers to ensure that they don't target the most difficult students first whilst circulating. Based on information provided by Lemov, targeting the most difficult student first can have a negative effect because it makes that students know that he or she is an actual challenge. Moving systematically allows you as a teacher to show up at the student's desk without making your anxiety visible. Lastly, one final element that is important for the circulate technique is to be engaged while circulating around the classroom. According to Lemov, teaching as you move around the room and making constant verbal and non-verbal corrections as you go is very important. The reason why it is important for a teacher to be engaged while circulating around the classroom is because it assists in stopping students from wasting class time. Based on information provided by Lemov, an example of a verbal correction can be something such as telling a student, "I think I told you to start taking notes from your book on your desk." An example of a non-verbal correction can be tapping a student on their shoulder in order to remind them to get out their book. Apart from the variety of elements related to the circulate technique that can be used to help to eradicate or reduce negative behavior from occurring, the usage of the technique can play a significant role in terms of how it can impact upon the various teaching strategies used within the classroom, such as, for example, the whole class discussion strategy. An effectively run whole class discussion is defined as an orderly process of group interaction in which students are exchanging ideas, listening to a variety of points of view, expressing and exploring their own views, applying their knowledge and reflecting on their attitudes and values. In most situations, the purpose of conducting a discussion focuses on solving a problem or answering a question. However, in addition to this, whole class discussions can be used for the simple purpose of improving a student's knowledge or understanding. Due to the fact that a discussion is a very versatile teaching strategy, it can be altered to accommodate the requirements of any subject at any level of education. As a result of the strategy's versatility, discussions can be used in a variety of ways. This ranges from being as part of a lesson to a whole lesson, or even just being integrated with one or more teaching strategies. Thus, it can be concluded that the reason for the selection of the circulate technique is because if it is used properly, it enables the teacher to be able to assist with the students learning more effectively. In addition, the proper use of the technique can be used to not only assist with the effectiveness of the whole group discussion teaching strategy, but with all teaching strategies as a whole. Apart from this, the effective use of the circulate technique can also be used to reduce or eradicate negative behavior from occurring within the classroom and in turn reduce the likelihood of students learning being negatively impacted upon through student-related disruptions. In addition, based on my own practical experience, I have a variety of suggestions that could be used by teachers to implement the circulate technique more effectively in the future. Firstly, I believe that making a conscious effort to strategically position your body in such a way in order to ensure that all the students are within your range of vision in various locations within the classroom, especially when checking the students' exercise books, is useful in effectively implementing the use of the circulate technique. Secondly, I also believe that continuing to ensure that the teacher's head is turning to face the students when writing on the whiteboard is another factor that can contribute towards using the technique properly within a classroom environment. Lastly, I also believe that in order for teachers to be able to strategically position themselves with the classroom, they must take the physical arrangement of the environment into consideration in order to gain full access within the teaching environment, or else it can become very difficult for teachers to move to locations that allow them to be in effective position of power.